Hello. How long does probate take in Spain? That's a question that we get asked very frequently. It's reasonable. People ask us when we prepare their wills, and also when they're thinking about hiring us to go to probate, and also when in desperation because they're handling an inheritance with another lawyer somewhere and things seem to be taking a long time. We often get asked the question as a second opinion whether the timescale is reasonable. Okay, in Spain, we have by law 6 months to wind up an estate and obtain tax clearance. You can request an extension within the first 5 months, which is normally granted, especially when there are foreign documents. But those 6 months are normally sufficient and more than enough to wind up a normal estate. So, I mean, a normal married couple have a property in Spain and they've made a Spanish will following our advice or the conveyancer's advice to handle the purchase for them. They got a Spanish will. It's in fairly good order. Within 3 or 4 months, you can wind everything up and have the property ready to sell if there's a property in the part of the estate, or sell it or do whatever you want to do with it. So I'd say 3 to 4 months would be the normal. What estates take? When can an estate take longer? Well, if there's no Spanish will, it will definitely take longer. If there's no Spanish will and there's, for example, an English will referring to worldwide assets, then in Spain we've got to wait for probate to be obtained on the will in the UK and then convalidate it to be used in Spain. That takes time. In those cases, you always request an extension just in case. Also, it can take longer if there's no will anywhere in the world. In other words, it's an intestate procedure. That again takes longer. And again, the first thing that you would need to do is request an extension just to make sure that you're going to have plenty of time. But normally even an inheritance procedure using an English will after probate in the UK, or using or handling an intestate procedure, whether it's by convalidation of the letter of administration in the UK or handling an intestate procedure in Spain, usually within 8 or 9 months, everything should be wound up, unless there is some serious problem. I mean, there are certain things that one can do depending on whether one's in a hurry or not. For example, if there are various pieces of real estate, you can actually obtain extra probate deeds, extra certified copies, so that you can process through the different property registers at the same time, knowing that each property, each probate, the deed will always have to go off to that registrar for about a month. So if you've got 5 properties, if you want to avoid it taking 5 months, you can get 5 certified copies of the deed and process them all in parallel. Normally it's not done, but if one's in a hurry, there are all sorts of little tricks that one can use to hurry things up. But of course, they do add to the expense. So it's just a question of the trade-off between. I mean, sometimes we have had clients that in a really big hurry to sell the assets. Well, then I'll say there are things that can be done to wind it up more quickly. I mean, for example, when you're requesting the certificate of last will from Madrid, you can do it the normal route by post, yourself or via the notary, or you can just simply get an agent in Madrid to go and stand the queue, and instead of it all taking that part, for example, taking 3 weeks, it can take you 1 day. No different, as I say, there are different things that can be done, different little tricks of the trade that can be used if necessary. I hope you found this video useful. If you did, please subscribe. We'll keep you informed on this YouTube channel of legal issues affecting property owners in Spain, especially to do with wills and estates. But if there's other things that come out that we think are important for you, we will also do a quick video on those subjects as well. So I say, please hit the subscribe button. It's really good for us. Thank you.